Everything about the Optimus robot, including the motors, controls, electronics, and so forth, is designed by Tesla. Since we couldn't discover any off-the-shelf actuators or anything like that, we turned to our top-tier motor and power electronics team to design a number of actuators that aren't available anywhere. And they did. Optimus is functioning pretty nicely. The same software can then be transferred to a humanoid robot for complete self-driving, which is becoming more and more like generalized real-world AI. Optimus will therefore utilize the same FSD computer as the vehicle. And because people simply cannot see the ramifications, I believe that the Optimus stuff is somewhat, no, tremendously undervalued. It goes without saying that we must ensure that we do not have a Terminator situation. That is crucial. Everything is good until Terminator arrives. However, what would the effective ratio of humanoid robots to humans be if you had a generalized humanoid robot? Because in my opinion, almost everyone would desire one, and perhaps even more. The actual need for Optimus-like products is perhaps 10 billion units. It's a ridiculous figure. Learning and adapting robots could soon play a significant role in our everyday lives. The catch is that these aren't your typical robots. They are the creation of Tesla, which is owned by Elon Musk. We're exploring the fascinating world of the Tesla Optimus bot today, from its amazing learning capabilities to its vision-based AI methodology. The rules of robotics are being rewritten by the Optimus prototype. The true question, though, is whether a technology advance that will fundamentally alter how we live and work is imminent. Come along with us as we solve the mystery, consider the options, and get a preview of what lies ahead. The journey has just begun, so fasten your seatbelt. Before you do anything else, though, please subscribe to Tesla Stock News and like this video to show your support. Let's get going now. We'll go into great detail about the Tesla Optimus bot in this episode, including its amazing powers, its mission, and what it might imply for everyone in the not-too-distant future. Without further ado, let's start this thrilling exploration of the Tesla Optimus bot's environment. This is the Tesla Optimus, and the good news is that a number of these amazing robots will soon be joining factories in your area. The manufacturing industry is changing dramatically, and 2024 will likely be known as the year of the Tesla bot. Even though Tesla hasn't fully realized Star Wars C-3PO, the Optimus Gen 2 was an exciting reveal in the December 2023 demo film. With movable toe portions that mimic human gait, this movie demonstrated a robot that walks 30% faster and more smoothly than its predecessor. After losing 10 kilograms, it now has a neck that can rotate in 2 directions, and its new arms have 11 joints that can move faster owing to actuators made by Tesla. The addition of exquisite tactile sensing in each finger, however, is the piece de resistance as it allows for delicate and accurate hand control. It amazed observers by picking up an egg and putting it in an egg container with ease, a task that Moore's paradox considered to be quite difficult. We'll explore this wonder in more detail soon. Tesla claims that the svelte Gen 2 body, which houses all of these incredible improvements, is much more balanced and has much greater full-body control. Its simple squat serves as a gentle reminder to make sure you don't skip leg day at the gym. The transition to in-house actuator production, which Tesla underlined back in March, was a major highlight of the year because of the Optimus Gen 1's exceptional performance in comparison to the 2020 debut model. The decision was made to manufacture these complex pieces in-house, rather than using off-the-shelf parts. Actuators are the essential parts that convert input signals into the force needed for different movements, such as the dexterity of the fingers or the legs of the Tesla bot. Tesla really comes into its own during these brief seconds when we see the robot's neck and fingers in motion. The amazing 11 of flexibility in the fingers and the 2-degree actuated joint in the neck are described in the subtitles. The latter indicates a remarkable degree of articulation, with the fingers moving so fluidly that the developers had to explain that the footage wasn't sped up or computer-generated. However, the actuators are not the only technological marvel that is mind-blowing. It is found in Tesla's creative method of giving their robots tactile sensation, The movie ends with Optimus handling eggs gingerly, complete with a visual representation of the sensors in its fingertips. Robots have frequently used soft grippers with suction or preset force parameters to handle delicate objects, but Tesla used a more human approach. They seem to have arranged them according to hue, but they omitted the how. The specifics of this tactile sensing technology are still unknown. It may be a proprietary invention that is used in the robot's feet to help evaluate walking surfaces in a manner similar to how humans see them. A visionary objective was set when Elon Musk unveiled the Tesla bot in August 2021, the development of a multi-purpose bipedal self-governing humanoid robot. This robot would perform well at jobs that are considered dangerous, monotonous, or repetitive, saving time for more interesting pursuits. Imagine a robot that could work in dangerous deep-sea mines, run into a burning building to save a life, or even perform menial duties like sorting eggs in a factory. According to Musk's futuristic vision, human labor will become optional since these robots would offer an endless labor pool. He also alluded to the need for universal basic income, but he recommended that economists handle that discussion, a role he does not personally take on. In 2022, a year following the first announcement, the Bumblebee prototype was revealed. It was slow and ungainly. It had a humanoid shape. The Optimus prototype emerged the following year with notable advancements. Its motions had gotten so fluid that they resembled human walking. Even when a person was constantly moving objects about, the bot demonstrated the capacity to sort them by color, a task that would have tested the patience of any human, but not of the bot. It showed skill in jobs like using powered hand tools for screwing and carefully picking up a nut. This discovery, which was the first time Tesla's neural network for bots was seen in action, was unquestionably intriguing to see. Elon Musk compared the system to Tesla's fully autonomous driving system in their cars. However, the system's exact workings are yet unknown. The 11th edition of the FSD system follows a rules-based methodology in which traffic laws and regulations are incorporated into the programming and carried out by the car. However, a learning mechanism is scheduled to be introduced in the upcoming FSD version 12. It learns from a huge collection of incident recordings, thousands of hours worth, rather than rigorously adhering to preset rules. In essence, it simulates and studies driving behavior. By enabling the system to adjust to actual behaviors rather than being limited to pre-programmed reactions, this change improves safety, as Elon Musk demonstrated during a live presentation in his own car, which remarkably didn't record any accidents, at least none seen on camera. It is a prime example of cutting-edge artificial intelligence in operation. Speaking of cameras, unlike other autonomous vehicles, which typically rely on larger sensors, the FSD system primarily uses video records from the car's cameras. The technology explains the noticeable devices on cars from other manufacturers, such as Waymo and Cruise, by analyzing this video footage rather than sensor data. On the other hand, Tesla automobiles continue to look like regular cars. This method has many benefits when applied to a robot. The AI can just watch and learn from human actions, rather than painstakingly programming the exact angles needed for the arms and legs to perform particular jobs. Given that the bot does not have access to the enormous video dataset that Tesla vehicles do, this obviously requires a great deal of observation. However, considering that there are 5 times as many people on the planet as there are cars, major advancements are possible with time, sufficient data, and usage. The longer the system runs, the more proficient it becomes, much like Tesla cars. The Tesla bot should ideally be as physically strong as an Atlas, which would inevitably lead to parallels considering Elon's assertions. There is, however, a basic difference. Whereas Atlas still mainly depends on machine learning and input from creative engineers, Elon's robot is specifically designed to function entirely on AI. The equation is greatly impacted by this divergence. Building a robot has special difficulties, especially if the goal is to mimic human behavior. Its central idea is the Mork paradox, which states simply that when it comes to robots and technologies that mimic human behavior, basic jobs are extremely challenging while complex ones are relatively simpler. To put it another way, a robot may be quite good at complex tasks like figuring out how much force is required to move a buck a given distance, but it may struggle with seemingly simple perception-based tasks like sitting itself on a chair. Think about the things you do merely without realizing it. For robots, those are the exact ones that present the biggest obstacles. This essentially refers to the traditional robot design up until this point. Consider Boston Dynamics Atlas,